नमस्कार श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृत तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवण मंगलम श्रीमदादतं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। श्री रामकृष्ण कथामृत प्रथम भाग सप्तम खंड तृतीय परिच्छेद, the third chapter of the seventh section of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali, the first volume. And here Sri M has given us some kind of description of that particular day. Sri Ramakrishna's beloved child, Narendranath Datto, has come here with Vishwanath Upadhyay, the emissary of the King of Nepal. And Sri Ramakrishna addresses Vishwanath Upadhyay as Captain. Because he is not he has got that the person with the authority who is deputed by the King of Nepal here in Calcutta to liaise with the East India Company as the emissary of the King of Nepal. So they have come, and the moment they come, Sri Ramakrishna is so very happy, delighted to see his beloved child Lorraine. And Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansadev নরেন্দ্রকে গান গাইতে অনুরোধ করিলেন, and he requests him, oh my dear child, please sing a song. Narendra has got a wonderful celestial voice, and Sri Ramakrishna just loves his singing. And so Sri Ramakrishna makes a request to his beloved child for a song. And even the beloved child, the moment Sri Ramakrishna, his Gurudev, his teacher, his father, tells him to sing a song, without any delay, Sri Noreen goes and picks up the tanpura which is hanging there on the western wall of Sri Ramakrishna's room. Other devotees also, they take other instruments like the tabla and the baja, and they start tuning all this. Naren starts tuning the tanpura by tweaking its the ears as if. And as they are all tuning the instrument, suddenly Sri Ramakrishna says, "Dekho, এ আর তেমন বাজে না." They these instruments have become very old now. They won't you know make a sound as earlier. The beautiful melodious sound they won't make anymore. So the moment he says, Vishwanath Upadhyay, also a devotee child of Sri Ramakrishna, suddenly he picks up Sri Ramakrishna's words and gives those words of Sri Ramakrishna that these instruments will not, make the sound as they used to make earlier. Vishwanath Upadhyay, immediately picks up those words of Sri Ramakrishna and puts them in a spiritual plane. He connects them with the divine teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, with the spiritual teaching of Sri Ramakrishna. And Vishwanath Upadhyay says, পূর্ণ হয়ে বসে আছে তাই শব্দ নয়. And everybody starts laughing that even in this simple sentence of Sri Ramakrishna, Vishwanath Upadhyay has picked up that spiritual teaching which Sri Ramakrishna usually used to give to the devotees and his disciples. That a pitcher makes a sound when filling in water only till the time it is not filled to the brim. You take a pitcher, put it in the river Ganges and fill it with water till when that pitcher will we can listen the sound of that bud 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 water coming in and air going out, only till the pitcher is not filled to the brim with water. Once the pitcher is filled to the brim with water, no more noise, no more sound. We can't hear that because the life. And here Sri Ramakrishna used to explain the way a devotee's life, when it is filled with the divine fervor, when it is filled to the brim with the devotion, love, and knowledge for the divine, for the lotus feet of the Lord, no more sound. So that example, Sri Vishwanath Upadhyay, he has immediately correlated that example with the words that Sri Ramakrishna had quoted. That a art temon bajina, because they are filled. Even these musical instruments in the company of Sri Ramakrishna, sitting in that room day and night, 24 hours with the divine incarnation, they are also filled with the devotion. They are also filled to the brim with divinity. So no sound like earlier days. Purna Kumbho. That's what Sri Vishwanath Upadhyaya has commented. And to that, Sri Ramakrishna says that what about people like Narada? They were also filled to the brim, but they continued their teachings. They continued their chanting of the name of the Lord with others. They didn't become silent. Their tones didn't change having got that knowledge. They were not brought, the voice was not brought down. They kept on doing their duties of teaching. And then Sri Ram, Captain says, Tara Porir Dukhe Kotha Koyechilen. They taught because of the Porir Dukhe, because of the plight that other people were in, blinded by this delusion of the worldly life, by this enchanting delusion of Maya, to relieve them, to bring them illumination, to bring them up from that darkness. They taught the people. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, Ha, Narod Shukadev era Shomadhir por neme eshichilen. Doyar Junyo. And then Sri Ramakrishna said, exactly. People like Narada, Shukadev, although having attained all the knowledge, although filled with devotion, they came back from that state of ecstasy, having experienced the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, having experienced oneness with the Nirakar, Nirguna Brahman. They came back, Doyarjanya, out of compassion. Porer Hiterjanno, for the welfare of others, for the illumination of others, for illumining the lives of others, bringing in spiritual illumination in others. Tara kotha koi chale. That's why they taught, not from any selfish interest, not for earning any monies, but to bring in the illumination. They came back from, although they were filled to the brim with knowledge and devotion, they came back. And now, while this talk is going on between captain and master, the Guru, I mean Thakur, Sri Ram. Master is not Sri M, master of all. So while this talk was going on, the instruments are all set, and Narendra starts singing. Narendra Gan Arambho Kurilen Gailen, and Narendra begins to sing this song. Satyam Shiva Sundara Rupa Bhati Rudi Mandire. The song that Narendra is singing. Satyam Shiva Sundara. Sundara Rupa Bhati Rudi Mandire. In the temple of my heart. In the temple of heart, truth, goodness, and the divine beauty is shining now in the temple of my heart. Shedin Kobe Bahobe. Oh, when will that day come? When will that day dawn? Nirokhi Nirokhi Onodino Mora Dubibo Rupushakare. Nirokhi Nirokhi Onodino Mora Dubibo Rupushagare. That when will dawn that day when my mind, gazing on him, meditating on him, thinking about him, will dive deep in Dubibo Rupishagare. Rupushagare. Dubibo Rupushagare. When will my mind dive deep in this ocean of divine beauty. গান অনন্ত রূপে পশিবে নাথ মম হৃদে অবাক হইয়ে অধীর মন শরণ লইবে শ্রীপদে. O Lord, when will the infinite knowledge illumine in my heart? গান অনন্ত রূপে পশিবে নাথ মম হৃদে. When will the infinite knowledge illumine in my heart? And অবাক হইয়ে, dumbfounded, অধীর মনে, অধীর মন, restless mind, becoming dumbfounded with that illumining knowledge, becoming dumbfounded with restless mind, shorono loibe shripade. When can I take shelter at those holy feet? The song goes on. আনন্দ অমৃত রূপে উদিবে হৃদয় আকাশে. The চন্দ্র উদিলে চকোর যেমন ক্রীড়য়ে মন হরিয়ে. As the sunrise, there is a bird written in, I mean, a tradition has it that a bird chakor, the moment moon comes up in the sky, this chakor is so happy to see that moonlight. It just delights this bird, and the bird chakor starts frolicking. Chandra udile chakoro jemon kridoye monohoroye. The anando amruto rupe udibe hruday akashe. When will this the divine bliss and in the form of nectarine peace, nectarine bliss, when will it rise up in the space of my heart? When it will illumine my heart? Amarao nath temoni kore matibo tubo prakashe. And, oh, friend of my soul, oh, my Lord, when will this infinite knowledge dawn in my heart, will illumine in my heart? Shantam Shivo Odvitiyo Rajo Rajo Chorone. Oh, my friend, Shantam Shivo Odvitiyo Raja Rajo Chorone. That when, oh friend of my soul, when will this my mind be surrendered at the feet of the King of Kings? Bikaibo ohe prano shokha shofol koribo jibone. That he will bring in heavenly peace in my mind, in my heart, in this life itself. Oh, my dearest beloved, bring in that illumination, bring that bliss in my life, in my heart, in this very life itself. এমন অধিকার কোথা পাবো আর সর্বভোগ জীবনে শরীরে. That when will I get, where else can I find this right to enjoy this heavenly divine bliss in this life itself, in this body itself? Shuddham papo vidham rupa horiye nath tomar. The sight of your pure and unblemished form is, I am losing my mind. I am losing my stature. I am losing everything that I have, seeing your divine peaceful form. Shuddham apapam vidham rupam. The purest of the pure form. That seeing that I am at loss. আলোক দেখিলে আন্ধার যেমন যায় পোলাইয়ে সত্তরে. The moment the ray of light appears, on entire darkness just vanishes. My condition is exactly like that. Seeing your pure form, seeing your taintless form, all the darkness in me is getting vanished. তেমনি নাথ তোমার প্রকাশে পলাইবে পাপ আধার. And with your light, with that divine light that I am seeing, all my sins, all my evils, they are just vanishing, seeing that divine light of yours. ওহে ধ্রুবতারা মম হৃদে জ্বলন্ত বিশ্বাসে. That faith that has come up, that has arisen in my mind, like it is showing the way to me, like the pole star shows the way to the wayfarers, to those who have lost their way. How, looking at the pole star never moves. Pole star remains constant. The entire other, the space in the sky, that is moving, but pole star always remains at the same position. And looking at that pole star, people find the way to which direction I am going. So here the song says, ওহে ধ্রুবতারা মম হৃদয়ে জ্বলন্ত বিশ্বাসে জালি দিয়ে দীনবন্ধু পুরাও মনের আশ. আমি নিশিদিন প্রেমানন্দে মগন হই হে, আপনার ভুলে যাব তোমারে পাইয়ে. Oh my friend, oh my dear friend, oh friend of the lowly, fill my desire, fulfill my desire, fulfill my desire, and light, bring in light in my heart as a blazing faith, which will help me, like the pole star, the steady and bright pole star, that will guide me, that faith and the devotion to your holy feet. আমি নিশিদিন প্রেমানন্দে মগন হইয়ে হে. Let me drown day and night into that fervor of divine love, of that divine joy. প্রেমানন্দে. আপনারে ভুলে যাব তোমারে পাইয়ে. When I will forgetting myself, let me start finding you. Forgetting myself, let me find you, O my beloved, and just lose myself in you. Shedin kobe hobe, but when will that day dawn? Such a beautiful song Naren has sung, and that's it. Anand Amrute Rudibe Rude Akashe. Just listening to this line, that the mind is illumined with this divine love, this divine illumination, this divine ecstasy, this divine joy. Ananda Umruturupe Rudebe Rude Akashe. আনন্দ অমৃত রূপে এই কথা বলিতে না বলিতে ঠাকুর শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ গভীর সমাধিতে নিমগ্ন হইলেন. That's it. Sri Ramakrishna needed some kind of impetus, some impulse, and immediately he would get into that divine plane, merge in the ecstasy, get into the trance, becoming one with his beloved mother. When Sri Ramakrishna hears these words, bliss like embodied nectar, Ananda Amrutarupe, he just loses himself. He goes beyond this plane, this ordinary worldly plane. He goes into ecstasy. Ashiya hoiya korojure boshiya achen. He is sitting there, hands folded, facing Purva Ashram. Now he has turned his gaze to the east. What is to the east? East is the temple of Ma Bhavatarini as Thakur's room. North is the dwelling house, Nahabat of our beloved Ma. To the east is the beloved mother, divine mother of Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Bhavatarini. So, facing east, as he listens to these words of Ananda Amrita Rupe, hands joined, facing east, Sri Ramakrishna has merged in Samadhi. Deho Unnat, up straight body, erect body, not moving at all. আনন্দময়ী রূপসাগরে নিমগ্ন হইয়াছে, and he has merged himself. He has taken a deep dive into that beautiful, blissful ocean of the divine beauty of the Divine Mother. Loko Bayo Ekbare Noi. There is no external consciousness at all. No external consciousness. What is happening in the outer world, he is totally unaware of it. Shbash bohiche ki na bohiche. Whether he is breathing, whether he is inhaling, exhaling, nothing can be known. Just steady like a rock. No breathing, no inhaling, no exhaling. Spondoheen. He is just still. Absolute no movement. Nimeshu shunno. Sitting like a picture in a canvas. That picture in a canvas doesn't move. Chitrar piter nyay boshiya achen. As if somebody has put him in a canvas. Like that picture. Not moving at all. There is no movement of his body at all. There is no breathing. Jeno e rajyo chhuriya kothay boyache. As if he has left this worldly plane and don't know which plane he has gone to. Don't know which plane he has entered into. So that is the condition of Sri Ramakrishna. The moment he listens to this beautiful song sung by his beloved child, Naren. And Sri M has given us this beautiful picture, or we can visualize Sri Ramakrishna sitting in that room listening to the song, suddenly transported into the divine plane of his beloved divine mother, and he faces east and merged in the bliss of his divine mother, his beloved mother. So that was the beautiful third chapter, which incidentally also has come to an end. And next, in the fourth chapter, we will read about Satchidanando Labher Upay, ways to attain this Satchidananda, ways to attain the Brahman, ways to attain this state of mind, this oneness with the ultimate reality. And Gani o Bhaktir Promed, the difference between a person with the knowledge and a person with the devotion. That Sri Ramakrishna is going to teach us, he is going to tell us in the fourth chapter that we will be reading next. As of now, Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.